Hey, what's up, guys? Back with another episode of Queens Bros. It's your host, Joe. I am here with a very special guest today, my father, John. What's up, man?
How you doing?
What's up? So, we're going to be talking some baseball today, all right?
Okay.
We're going to be talking some baseball. My father is the reason I am a Met fan, a longtime Met fan. He is the reason he has seen the Mets in 1986.
Poor guy.
He's seen the Mets in 1969. And that's pretty much it. And my dad has been through it all. And yeah, he's the reason I'm a Met fan. Went to my first Met game when I was like 4 years old. He bought me my first baseball glove. And yeah, he's the reason for who I am today when it comes to sports, when it comes to the Mets. So, how do you feel about our team this year?
I'm not crazy about it. Not crazy about this team this year. They didn't make a lot of moves that I wanted them to make for the offseason. But we'll see what happens.
If you had to talk to somebody who's on the cusp of, baseballism and trying to be a baseball fan, right? What would you tell them about the Mets? Trying to, talk to them about your life as a Met fan. They're on the cusp. They might want to be a baseball fan. What would you tell them about baseball and being a Met fan and what it's like to be a Met fan?
Being a baseball fan is great. I love baseball, this and that, but to be a baseball Met fan, well, you got to have a lot of heartbreaks because they're not the kind of team that always wins every year, unfortunately, like the crosstown rivals, the Yankees. They always practically win almost every year.
No, they don't.
About.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Don't say that.
Yeah, they do. They do. They're always in the playoffs just about every year.
Don't say that. Don't say that. Come on. The Yankees have not won in over a decade.
A decade?
Yeah. They haven't won in over a decade.
Geez, I can't remember the last time the Mets won. Let's see. 86. I mean, you weren't even born yet.
I agree. But I'm not saying that. I'm saying the Yankees have not won in over a decade.
What president was 1986? I don't remember.
Reagan?
Was it Reagan? No.
I mean,
maybe. I don't remember.
Back to the Future was 1985, and remember
it was Reagan. That's right. So it was Reagan.
It's probably Reagan.
That's right. Yeah.
So, all right, I agree to that, but I'm just saying the Yankees don't win all the time. The Yankees don't win all the time. Like, you want to know somebody at this day and age who wins all the time? I'll say the Astros.
Okay.
The Astros win way more than the Yankees. If a person was born today, if a person was born, let's say 10 years ago, 10 years ago,
yeah.
Who did that person see win more, the Astros or the Yankees?
Yeah, the Astros were winning more. Yes.
Yeah, that person sees the Yankees as their bitch, to be honest.
But the Yankees are in the playoffs just about every year. That's what makes them special. They're in the playoffs every year.
Did they make it last year?
They didn't make it last year. Well, 2013. The Mets didn't make it last year either. And we had the highest payroll in baseball, and unfortunately, that's the way it goes. Everybody looks at that very importantly. We had the highest payroll in baseball, and they did not make it in.
All right.
Which was a killer.
All right, that failed. I agree.
Yeah, the Yankees had a high payroll too, but they were 100. I think it was like $100 million less than what we paid.
My dad always does this.
That's true.
The Yankees. He brings in the Yankees. Talk to them. He tries to compare us. All right. We got Steve Cohen now, baby.
That's right, and Steve Cohen is still trying to figure things out.
Right.
He will.
Right.
Eventually, he will.
He will eventually.
Yeah.
But what are you going to tell somebody who's trying to be a Met fan? Like, I have a student, right? One of my students. They're trying to be a Met fan. What are you telling this person? Come on.
You're going to have a lot of heartbreak. That's what I'm going to tell them. I'm sorry. You're going to be a Met fan. You're going to have a lot of heartbreaks. But that's what they give you at the end of the year, heartbreaks.
But Stevie's in town now.
Yeah. He gave you 101 games last year. And then
not
we
last
lost
year.
in the first round.
Well, kind of last year. The 2022. Not 2023.
Oh, 22. 22, right.
All right. Okay. What do you think the Mets' chances are this year? Do you think they're going to make the playoffs?
A lot of things has to happen in order for them to make the playoffs because I don't care for their starting pitching.
But give me a yes or no. Do you think we're going to make it?
No.
Come on, bro. You serious?
Yeah. Everybody else got better.
Okay.
Mets only. What did they do in the offseason?
They didn't do anything. They got Luis Severino. But
who?
Luis Severino. That's like their main guy that they got.
He's got a great fastball, but he only had one great year with the Yankees. That was it.
Guy. Yeah, they didn't do anything. I agree. But we had a lot of guys underachieve last year. Alonso didn't have, even though he hit like 46 home runs, I believe, he didn't have a great year. Marte was horrible last year. Marte's a great ball player.
Was on the injured list practically the whole year.
Yeah, Marte's a great ball player though.
Yeah, he's very good.
So I think he's gonna have a better year. McNeil, worst year of his career. Hopefully he changes it around. I mean, there's a lot of this is the problem with the Mets this year. There's a lot of maybes, there's a lot of what ifs, but if they come around,
the Mets is when they get people in scoring position, they cannot bring anybody home. But they know what they do very well, and I watched it throughout the whole year. They strike out like crazy. A lot of strikeouts on the team. And that's a killer. That's a killer.
Yeah, that's a problem.
They all want. It seems like they all want to swing for the fences. Let Alonso do. That's his job. Alonso's job is to hit it over the fence. And I'm saying, everybody else, what are you doing? Why you want to try to kill a ball?
No, I agree to that.
Yeah,
I agree to that. What would you grade our off season? Like,
what's that?
Letter grade, like F to A. What do you grade our off season?
Oh, what do I grade it this off season?
Mm-hmm. What are you grading it?
Very disappointed. So other than trying to get Yamamoto, who I really wanted very badly, so did everybody else. The Yankees wanted him too. He's the guy I really wanted. Unfortunately, he decided to go to L.A. because, O'Connor was there. I had a feeling he was going to go there. He did. So since we didn't get him, minus C.
Minus C?
Minus. Below C. Plus C. Minus C, C. I give it minus C. C minus, whatever you want to call it.
I was about to say, like, how long has it been since you've been in school?
Yeah, it's been once I've been in school.
All right.
C minus.
Minus C.
C minus.
All right, C minus. All right. My God, that was crazy. Okay.
Go ahead.
All right, C minus.
You know what I'm talking about.
Okay, yeah, all right. C minus. Why do you give us a C minus, though?
Because they didn't do much. They picked up scrap players.
So what separates us from an F, though? Like Severino?
Separates you from getting an F?
Yeah.
Not doing nothing at all. Not doing nothing. They picked up a few pieces here and there, but I don't really know how good they are.
That's
Severino can be good
understandable.
if he just stays healthy. If he stays healthy, I think he'll have a good year. If he's playing hurt, which I think he was hurt last year, I really do. I think he was hurt. That's why he kept getting destroyed with the Yankees. We'll see what happens this year. The first half will tell me what you're going to be doing.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I love the Severino move.
You love it?
Yeah.
I think you like Severino.
No. I like the move.
He's got a damn good fastball.
I'm not saying I like Severino. I like the move. Because Severino is not getting a lot of money. What is it, $13 million a year?
A lot of money to me, but go ahead.
It's not a lot of... To the normal person, yes, $13 million is a lot.
That's a hell of a lot of money for...
To Steve Cohen, $13 million is like...
Doesn't matter. It's still $13 million. A lot of money.
What do we got him for, what, 1 year?
There's nothing to lose. 1 year deal, right.
Yeah, there's nothing to lose on that. There's nothing to lose on that. I take that every day.
Now...
I take that all day.
Now, in order for the Mets to try to get in for a wild card spot, which there's no way they're going to get first place. Let's forget about first place, people. The Braves got that. You can forget about it.
I agree.
Or
it's hard to not agree to that.
Or, even though I hate them, I hate the Phillies, but the Phillies are up there. They got a great fucking lineup, man. They do. They got a great lineup. So, as far as the Mets, they need perfect relief pitching. They really need a damn good relief pitching in order to get to where they have to get to. Without the relief, these days, relief pitching is the key, other than starting pitching. Way back then, there was no relief pitchers. It was always a starter going from first inning to the last inning, all by themselves. All right? That's the way I look at it. So you got to have great relief pitching.
So you're saying the Mets don't have relief pitching?
Diaz is the only one.
Who?
Diaz.
The Trumpets?
No, I didn't say Trumpets. I said Diaz.
No, the Trumpets.
No, I said Diaz.
You mean the Trumpets?
No.
Narco?
No, Edwin Diaz. He's the other one.
I think you mean the Trumpets, bro.
I never said that.
I think you mean the Trumpets. Let's go!
Yo.
The Trumpets.
You see the shirt? Where do you see trumpets on the shirt? The great AC/DC. Let there be rock. All right, let's get back to the game.
What does that got to do with it? What does that got to do with the trumpets?
Well, there ain't no trumpets in rock and roll.
Oh my God.
Very, very little here and
Come
there.
on, bro. Yo, you know what the deal is with the trumpets. You know.
Okay.
All right. So, how many wins do you think we're gonna get this year?
Bad.
All right, give me a number.
I'll give you a number.
Give me a
This year
number.
was we're under 500.
Mm-hmm.
If I still think they're gonna be under 500 again. Around the same as this year. I think they'll be around the same. If maybe break out even 500 exactly.
That probably won't get us in the. It might, depending on how bad the division is or the league. I mean,
They're not gonna be
Braves
that.
will win.
Bad.
Well, no,
We got the Braves and they've got the Phillies.
I
You
know.
know they're gonna be at Marlins. I'm
All right.
afraid too. They got a good fast team, and they got scrappy players. So those are three teams I'm worried about. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's true. I agree to that. The Braves obviously going to run away with the division. That's a fact. But I'm talking about the league in general. Like when it comes to like the wild card teams, depending on how bad the league is, sometimes you get times where
It could happen.
You might get into playoffs at 500.
Well, that's why I said, listen, I really don't care for our pitching, other than the top two guys. After that, it's like it's a crapshoot. I think it's a crapshoot. I really do. Relievers. The other thing is they got to go into innings, 6, 7, at least 7 innings per game. This 4 or 5 inning thing is got to stop. That's how you kill the bullpen. You kill it, and by doing that, you will kill Edwin Diaz also. Diaz was nice when he came in the ninth, shut the door down. If these guys gotta get killed with the relievers, so is Edwin Diaz gonna get killed too. I don't want that to happen. It's true. Okay.
You know what the deal is?
No, what is it?
You know what the deal is? You didn't know what this was? Come on, man. It's Narco, baby. You're going to be hearing that this year. You excited?
I'm excited to see Edwin, but who cares about the trumpets? I really don't care about that.
All right. Okay. That's how you feel?
Yeah, that's the way I feel. I don't care about the trumpets.
I care about them. I
All
care
right.
about the trumpets a lot.
The trumpets don't win games. Edwin Diaz tries to win
That's
games.
very true.
All right.
But the trumpets are going to be here, and Edwin Diaz is going to be walking in that door. They're going to be opening the door, security.
Let's hope he don't get hurt. Or let's hope his leg is fine.
This is my dad, bro. Why do you got to bring stuff like this into the
Because
picture?
I've seen
Hope he doesn't get hurt.
Because I've seen the next year they don't have the same velocities like they used to.
I don't understand why that's necessary to bring up in this situation.
Because it could happen.
But
He
why
was
do
out-
you have to bring it
He
up?
was out the entire year last year. The whole year.
That's last year. Let's focus on the next year, man. Don't focus on the past. What are you, a Yankee fan? You're going to focus on the
No,
past?
but it's just
You're
that-
going to focus on the past? Come
Listen,
on.
guys, let me tell you something. This team, I love the New York Mets, but I got to tell you one thing, though. I've been saying it for the longest time. It is the greatest jinx team I've ever seen. Tell me something. How does Edward Diaz get hurt? By celebrating on a mound? He wasn't even playing. The game was over. They all jumped on him. Boom. There goes his leg. Out for the year. From that point on, I knew he was
Injuries
going to have a
happen.
bad season. I knew it. I just knew it. Let's see what happens this year.
How do you feel about the Yankees?
They made a lot of interesting moves, and getting Soto was a big one.
Yeah, but do you think Soto puts them over the top? I'll tell you right now.
Let's
no,
put it
does
this
not.
way.
No, it doesn't. Just say it. You can say
You know what?
it.
You know what they got there in the Yankees? They got what they have now is a legitimate Ortiz and Manny combination. Now they got Soto and Judge.
What they got after that? What do they got after that?
I'm
what they
just
have
telling you
after-
what they got.
All right, but who? Yeah, you can't name it. DJ LeMahieu? LeMahieu? That's who they got after him?
He's a pretty good leadoff guy. He always gets on base.
This ain't 5 years ago, buddy.
All I'm saying is they got a
Focus on-
great two guys hitting right next to each other. It's gonna be very hard to pitch around them.
All I'm saying is focus on the present. Focus on the present.
What do we got after Alonso? Please don't tell me that stiff Lindor.
What you mean they ranked him second best shortstop in baseball? That guy?
Who the guy strikes every time you turn around. People on base, strike out. Nobody on base, home run. Nobody on base, base hit.
Second best shortstop
Nobody
in
on
baseball.
base, double. People on base, strike out.
Second best shortstop in baseball. That's what they ranked him, behind Seager.
Okay.
So what do you have to say about that? Tough guy. What do you got to say about that?
I'm just telling you what I saw.
And I'm just telling you what I see. He's the second best shortstop in baseball, but you keep
listen,
talking trash.
I'm not
you
saying-
keep talking trash.
I'm not saying he's a bad shortstop. I'm just saying this year, or last year if you want to put it, when I needed him to come through, he didn't. He did not. All right? Yeah, he hits a home run when the game is like 7-1, we're winning, or the game is 7-1, we're losing. Yeah, he hits a home run with people on base. Big deal.
I'm excited to see your reaction when Lindor makes the Hall of Fame one year, one day.
When it happens, we'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be very shocked to see it for somehow, but
When it happens, we'll see.
he's one of the best shortstops in the game. Sorry to tell
When
you.
it happens, we'll see.
All right. Okay. What are your feelings on the Yankees, Dad? How do you feel about them as
Who?
a team, the Yankees? Do you like them or do you?
No, I'm not a big Yankee fan. I'm not at all. But I do admire what they do. They always get to the playoffs.
Do you like? Would you say that you hate the Yankees?
No, I hate Yankee fans, but I don't hate the Yankees. No.
Yo, this guy 1 year, I think it was against the Astros. It was against the Astros. Okay, everybody probably remembers this situation. Okay, Jose Altuve was batting the year that the Astros were cheating, 2017, and Jose Altuve hit that home run against Chapman to win the game to advance to the World Series. My dad over here, my dad's got bad knees. He had to get a knee replacement surgery. My dad got bad knees. He fell to the ground, put his hands up in the air, praying, thank God, and then we all had to lift him up off the floor. You remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember that. No.
Yeah.
I did something like that, but it wasn't exactly like that.
It was exactly like that. Exactly. You don't remember that?
No,
All right, now you're lying.
no, I don't
Now
remember
he's
that.
lying. He doesn't want to admit it. Okay.
No.
All right. That's on you.
Yeah, I'm not a Yankee fan. I'm.
Which is fine. I'm not a Yankee fan. I guess he made me like this. I'm not a Yankee fan.
I just
either.
don't.
I hate the
I
Yankees.
told you before. I'm not a Yankee fan, but I do admire the fact that they always get their teams into the playoffs. Once you're in the playoffs, anything can happen. Yes, they have been losing since 2009. They haven't been to the World Series and done something great, but they get to the point where you can get to the World Series. Something that our team does once in a blue moon, and that's true. They just don't get to the playoffs enough.
All right, so let's talk about '86 a little because he was around. I was not. How does that team differ from today's teams? Because I wasn't there. I didn't see them.
That was a great team. That team, I knew that team was going to win.
They were a great team.
Yeah, I just knew that every time I turned around, they would be winning here and there. Okay. They won. They did win 108 games.
Today's team could compete with them, right?
Who?
Today's Met team could compete with that team, right?
What the hell? Are you crazy?
They can't?
Oh.
You sure?
100%.
Not gonna lie, I kind of looked at the teams, and I kind of think that today's team offensively could kind of match.
You think so?
A little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe a little. No?
Yo. They won 108 games.
Yeah, they did, I know.
How many games did our team win last year?
I don't know. I don't even remember, to be honest with
70
something.
You got to compare? Please, go take a walk.
I think they just had a down year.
Damn.
You think Keith's better than Alonso?
First of all,
defensively, all right, obviously. You're not even close.
Hernandez is a much better contact hitter. Alonso's got more power.
All right. Defensively.
Let's forget about the glove.
Yeah, I know.
You can't even talk about the glove.
No, defensively is over. But, offensively, you think Keith's better?
Contact-wise, yes. Average-wise, yes. Power-wise, no.
You think Rafael Santana is better than Lindor?
No.
Of course he's not. I know that.
But I still don't like Lindor, but he doesn't come through.
You think Nemo's better than Lenny?
Lenny was crazy, man.
Nemo's better.
Lenny and Mookie were good.
Nemo's better, though. Yes, he is. Why you give me that
I don't know
face?
about feeling-wise. No, I don't think so.
Nemo's better than Lenny, Dad.
He's not.
Come on.
He's not.
Nimmo? Really?
Lenny was a damn good outfielder. And actually, the speed was incredible.
Come on, Dad.
His speed was great.
Come on.
Him and Mookie were the reasons why
You know what I give
pitchers
you?
hated them.
You know what I give you with that team and this team? The pitching blows this team away.
What team? What pitching?
The 86 pitching blows today's team.
Oh,
away.
easily.
Yeah, because you had...
Orozco was good, but he wasn't great.
He wasn't better than that one, I agree. But their
everybody else
overall
was
bullpen
better.
was better. And they had a better starting because they had
much
Doc.
better starting
They had
pitching.
Doc, they had Darling.
Well, that's how you win. That's how you win games.
Yeah. That was a good team. Where were you during the World Series? What were you doing? Game 7, where were you?
Game 7, I was in a friend of mine's house, Virginia, Franklin, Virginia's house. Me, Danny.
Oh, Danny was there?
A few people. And when they won, we all celebrated. We all jumping up and down.
Wait, Danny? Danny was there?
Yeah, Danny.
Reds Danny?
The Reds Danny, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, he was mad.
What was his reaction?
He was mad. He was pissed.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh.
Especially the day before.
Yeah.
When the Mets...
Game 6 when he thought we were done?
I thought we lost, and he thought for sure the Mets had no way of winning, and the Mets came back.
So where were you?
He was mad.
Where were you guys during Game 6?
Yeah, same place.
Same place.
Yeah. We all hanged out watching the game.
And you went nuts when what was your reaction when the wild pitch happened?
Oh, in Game 6.
Yeah.
No, that's not when my reaction was when they won. I grabbed. Virginia.
Yeah, but what about Game 6? What about the wild card? The wild card. Sorry. What about the wild pitch?
Yeah, that was in Game 6.
Yeah, I would have went just as equally nuts with that because that tied the game. Now at least we're safe for now.
No.
You know. So what was your reaction when the wild
we
pitch?
jumped up and down, going crazy. And then when the ball went through Paul Butler's legs, then I just grabbed whoever was there. I think it was Virginia. I grabbed her and I just threw her on the other side. I just threw her on the other side of the couch. Oh my God.
Jesus. Yeah. I want to experience that one day.
What?
I want to experience something like that one day.
Well, unfortunately, how old are you now? You're 30...
34?
At 34, I've seen 2 championships, and you haven't seen one yet, and that's the part that worries me. This team may never win a championship. You might fall in the category of the...
No, not the Cubs. Come on.
Of the Cubs and the Red Sox.
No.
People were born and never saw them win one.
No.
I hope that's not true.
That's not gonna happen.
It seems that way. It just seems that way.
No. All right. Who's your favorite Met all time?
That's only one.
Who is it?
That's only one. I don't even have to say it.
Who's the favorite?
The great Tom Seaver.
That's your favorite?
It's the best.
Of all time?
Yeah, he's number one.
He's better than Jacob deGrom?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Damn. That's pretty strong words.
Yes. deGrom only had a great 3 years. 3 phenomenal years.
Okay. I'm just saying that's strong words.
Seaver had great 17 to 19 years straight.
Right. That's strong words. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
There's
saying
nothing strong about it. Hey, guys, look it up. Tom Seaver, 231 complete games.
It's crazy that you know that off the top of your head.
Look it up. Look it up. How many did deGrom have complete games? I think it was 1 or 2. No, 1 I think it was.
Okay.
I think. 231.
I remember when Tom Seaver died, when he passed away. I'd never seen my dad cry before. My dad comes into my room. My dad is crying. And he's like, Tom Seaver died.
I was not crying.
Yes.
I was very sad, but I was not crying.
He was really upset.
I was not
Like,
crying.
you would think that he lost his child. This guy, Tom Seaver, man, I remember I was taking him, we went to one of the games this year. It was his first time going to Citi Field since they put up the statue. Yo, my dad was walking up to the statue like his newborn son just got a statue. He was walking up to that statue. I think you just had your knee replacement surgery, so you had a cane. He's walking up to the statue, so admiring. He was giving a whole lecture to people around about the ins and outs of Tom Seaver and what kind of career he had.
All I have to say about that is it was great that they finally put up a statue, but it was way, way, way too late.
It was because of the Wilpons, though.
They should have had that statue up at least 6, 7 years ago. That way, Seaver himself would have been there to see the statue of himself being put up by Citi Field. That never happened. Yeah, now after he died, now they put it up. It's not fair. It wasn't fair. But I still love the fact that it's finally up.
If you had to bring one Met all time, any Met that ever played, but give me like a Met that was here a decent amount of time, not just like somebody like Willie Mays, who was great.
Willie Mays was all 1 year.
But that's what I'm saying. Who was great during his career, but was only here for like 1 year. Give me like an all-time great Met that you could bring back onto this Met team to help us win a World Series. If you got to get one guy, but take position into account, because the Mets have some positions that we already have a decent player at that position. You wouldn't want to put them there. Who are you picking?
Tom Seaver.
You picking Tom?
Tom Seaver. How about anybody else?
You sure?
Tom Seaver's the man.
So Tom Seaver's going to be able to be the one to help us?
If it comes down to one game, I will put Tom Seaver.
Yeah. Well, it's not one game. It's a whole season trying to win a World Series.
Well, I don't know. As a pitcher, I go with Seaver. If it's a hitter,
I'm probably going Piazza.
Who?
Piazza.
Piazza was a good one
I'm
too.
probably going Piazza.
Piazza had great numbers.
It's hard for me too because I love David Wright so much.
I have to go with Seaver and Piazza. Okay. Yeah, those two guys would be my two tops.
Because David Wright is right there of all-time Met greats when it comes to offensively. Right. He leads every category. He was here the longest.
But he didn't have enough career. His career was short.
You think so?
Didn't he get hurt?
Yeah, he did.
Well.
Still had a great career.
Yeah.
Great career.
Okay.
2007, he got robbed of MVP.
Yeah.
David Wright got robbed of an MVP in 2007.
By who?
It was David Wright, Jimmy Rollins.
Oh, Rollins.
Look at the numbers. David Wright led him in every major category.
So why they gave it to Rollins?
Because the Mets collapsed in 2007.
That should not count.
I agree. That's the reason. It has to be. Look at the stats.
Yeah.
Wright led him in every major category. Every major category in 2007, Wright led Rollins, and Rollins won MVP because in the beginning of the year, I don't know if you remember, Rollins predicted that they were the team to beat in the NL East. Even though the Mets just were one of the best teams in baseball in 2006, Rollins predicted they were the team to beat in the NL East. The Phillies ended up coming back, beat the Mets, and they gave it to Rollins over Wright. And if you look at the numbers, Wright's stats were so much better than Rollins that year. So much better.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way it goes.
So it was kind of annoying.
That also happened to Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver had 3 Cy Youngs.
It brings it back to Tom Seaver.
I'm going back to Tom Seaver. Tom Seaver had 3 Cy Youngs. Guess what? He should have had 4. 4. In 1981, they robbed him. They robbed him of another Cy Young. They gave it to Venezuela. Big deal. Seaver had a better stats than Venezuela. To this day, I still fight over it. Okay. That should have 4 Cy Youngs.
This guy loves Tom Seaver, man. Oh, my God.
Go ahead.
All right. All right. Greatest pitcher, greatest reliever. No, sorry. Greatest starting pitcher, greatest reliever, greatest hitter all time. Who you giving me?
You didn't give me a chance to think.
Pick it off the top of the head. Who we picking?
I'm not going to talk about Tom Seaver because I've seen him. I'm going to talk about some other pitchers like Bob Gibson was an incredible pitcher. Steve Carlton was another one. Randy Johnson, incredible flamethrower. For a left-hander, players were afraid of him. I remember when he first started out, they were so afraid of him. He was another great pitcher. I could say Roger Clemens, but I don't want to even talk about it because he was a steroid user.
All right.
Yeah, those are the 3 guys. As far as relievers go, yeah, I have to go with Mariano. What else is new?
No, you got to go Mariano. As much as I don't like the Yankees, you have
to
go
He was a great way. Every time he came in, he had a strong feeling. He was
and in the playoffs, too.
He was going to shut down the doors, except that 2004, he had his worst time in 2004 and 2001 when he really got hit hard. And 97, too, if I remember correctly. He gave up the game-winning home run to lose the game in 97 against the Cleveland Indians. But, yeah, Mariano was another great one.
What about hitter? All time.
Who?
Who you going with? Hitter, all time.
A hitter? Ooh.
Wait, who did you say for starter?
I said a few of them. I saw,
yeah, you said a bunch.
Bob Gibson.
Like, who's the number
Steve
one?
Carlton.
Who's the number one?
Bob Gibson would be number one.
Number one ever?
No. People that I've seen, I don't know about ever.
Okay, so you're saying people you saw. That's fine.
I can't tell you, but I've never seen. I saw Bob Gibson.
All right.
You know, Bob Gibson.
So you put Gibson over Seaver.
Oh, but that's a tough one. You have to look at the stats. That was good. Right. They both were great. That's a tough one. I can tell you about one thing I can tell you about Gibson. He probably had the lowest ERA, 1.12 ERA.
Yeah,
That is impressive,
but
man.
That was the year where they like had the mound like a little higher, right?
I think so.
Yeah, it was. So it helped him a little bit.
Right. Seaver's lowest numbers, I think, was ERA was 1.7. What about Dwight Gooden? I mean, his lowest was 1.53, but he didn't have that stretch like the Gibsons and the Seavers and the Steve Carltons and the Randy Johnsons. That's why I choose those guys over some of the other people. You know, that's the way it is. That's the way I like. That's the way I like. I like Bob Gibson. I would say he's one of the best ones. I like Seaver.
And then who you picking for hitter?
What I've seen
all time. Who you seen?
All right,
fine. All right, who you seen? Best hitter you've ever seen? It's got to be one of the guys that I saw. Oh, maybe not. You saw Hank Aaron, right?
I go Ken Griffey.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
Ken Griffey, I think he was awesome.
Good choice. Yeah, Griffey's the man. Great choice.
Clutch, boy, I tell you, I love Tony Gwynn. The guy was. You couldn't get the guy out.
Tony, that was one of the best.
He not one of the. He just couldn't get the guy out, man. It's
Beautiful.
How about having 650 at bats?
I love how you just mentioned Tony Gwynn just now.
650 at bats. He only struck out like 25, 30 times. Show me a player today that does that. Nobody does that.
Beautiful.
Nobody.
All right, so we're gonna play a little game. Okay, it's called. I love how you just mentioned Tony Gwynn because he was part of this game. It's called Start One, Bench One, Cut One.
Here we go.
It's gonna be Tony Gwynn, Ty Cobb, Ted Williams. Who you starting if they're on your team? Who you cutting? And who are you benching? Or opposite way around: starting, benching, cutting. Who you?
I have to start Ted Williams because he also had high average, ton of home runs. He was also a clutch hitter, and
I agree.
And he also won the Triple Crown when he batted 406. I forgot what year it was.
Yeah,
so I have to go with Ted Williams.
Ted Williams was a dog. You got to go Ted Williams. In my opinion, Ted Williams is one of the greatest players to ever play the game, ever step foot on a baseball field.
He was a nasty. But I never seen him play. But I did read about him.
All right, this one's a tough one now. Who you benching? So they're still on your team. So benching's better than cutting. And who are you cutting to get rid of them? Ty Cobb, Tony Gwynn.
Can't do it. I can't. Those two guys are great. I can't.
You got to go with benching Gwynn because you've seen Gwynn. You've seen Gwynn play, so you got to go with Gwynn.
The only thing I can say about Ty Cobb, he batted 400, I think, 3 or 4 times. That's incredible. You know, that's incredible. The guy had a lifetime of 366 batting average. Wow. Nobody's going to ever do that again. I mean, no one can do that again. I think it's a record that will not be broken. I really do. For a full career year, that can never be broken. So, I don't know. Who I have to cut?
Yeah. Who you cutting from the two?
I probably, I don't know. I probably have to be Gwynn, but I don't want it to be Gwynn, but it probably have to be Gwynn.
Wow, he's cutting Gwynn over Ty Cobb.
What Ty?
But you've seen Gwynn play.
Yeah, I did. But you're giving me a choice here.
Wow. But you don't know how baseball was actually played back then.
He bat 400 3 or 4 times. That's impressive.
I'm glad you bring me to this point.
Gwynn came very close.
I'm glad you're bringing me to this point.
What?
Because we're going to discuss a little bit now with new and old ball players.
And
we're going to see, what you think about the older ball players compared to the newer ones. Because there are a lot of people who think that the older ball players are not that good.
Oh, you're crazy. So you're telling me Babe Ruth is not good?
No, I love Babe Ruth. I'm not one of those. I'm on your side. But there's certain people
that think Babe Ruth was a joke.
Yes.
Lou Gehrig and those guys were jokes.
There are certain people that think these guys were jokes. And we are going to call one right now. We're going to give one a little call right now. Gotta pick up. Is he picking up?
Oh, is he not answering?
He's gotta pick up.
Please leave your message
Wow.
for 64.
He didn't pick up. He didn't pick up.
Well, that was Bobby anyway. He was a lunatic.
What? Why is that?
Because he thinks Babe Ruth and those guys, well, they stunk.
He does. That's why I wanted to call him to see what you guys think about it with each other.
I don't care what he says. There's no such thing he stinks. I mean, you don't hit 714 home runs for nothing.
All right. You say so.
Not gonna call.
Let's give him another call. Let's give him another call.
Hello.
Yo, Bobby.
This could only be good news.
What's up, man?
What's up?
Yo, I'm here with my dad, John Vasiliou, talking some baseball here.
I was hoping you were.
Bobby, what's up, Bob?
What's up, Johnny boy? How's it going?
All right. What's going on? How you doing?
I'm good. I'm hanging in there, getting ready for those Ravens.
Yeah, he's getting ready for the Ravens.
Oh, the
game.
Ravens. That's right. That's
So
right.
I had to call him before 4:30. I had to make sure I called him before 4:30.
I appreciate you respecting my time schedule.
Yeah, I was gonna be calling you a little bit later on in the show, but I was like, nah, it's cutting it close. It's cutting it close. Bobby's gonna be like on the edge of his seat. All right, yo, I want to say here, we were literally just talking about, old and new ball players, right? And we came up to the part about, Babe Ruth, right? How do you feel?
I bet you did.
How do you feel about Babe Ruth?
I'm listening, Bob. Go ahead. I want to hear this.
I hate having to answer this with your father on the line, but I'm going to do it anyway.
Go, I want you to give it to me.
John knows how I feel. John knows how I feel.
Uh-huh.
Babe Ruth is a legend in the game of baseball. It's like describing dragons, fairy tales. He's a legend. But I don't think he would be as big as a legend today, John.
Why?
Because I just think the game is different today.
But why? But tell me why. You're telling me that he cannot hit a home run?
No. You see, I'm not going that extreme. I'm not saying he would be a nobody. But I'm saying, would he hit 700 home runs like he did back then? Would he be hitting 600-foot shots off lampposts like he did back then? I don't know. I don't know, John.
The stadium dimensions are exactly the same as it was then than it is now.
Yeah, but he's gonna bring up the pitching.
They were.
Yo, bring up what you tell us all the time. Why do you think he hit so well back then and he wouldn't today?
Because I think the pitching was a lot worse back then than it is now.
Explain yourself.
Bob.
I think they threw slower. I think they had slower breaking balls. I just think that everything is broken down to a science today, John. I feel like the pitchers are better than they've ever been.
Bobby said like 15 years before Babe Ruth came, they were throwing underhand.
They did not throw underhand. Oh, God.
Yeah, he did. He said it.
John,
it might be true in a way, I guess. I don't even know, but
John. It wasn't exactly 15 years, but it wasn't that far back. But listen.
They did not throw underhand. This is not softball.
Listen, John, I love Babe Ruth. You know I'm a huge Yankee fan. I'm not going to sit there and talk down on him. But I'm trying to be as realistic as I could be.
Okay, let's move it up. Is it true that you guys think that Tony Gwynn sucks?
Oh, no, I never said sucks. I never said sucks.
No, hold on, John. Don't steer me yet.
No. They don't think he sucks.
Okay, what do they think?
They just think that he's, I would say, overrated, I guess. I would say, in a way.
The guy was the next... Hold on. Tony Gwynn has pitched against power pitchers of our time. So what are you talking about?
And Bobby just says Tony Gwynn is like my dad's guy. Like, that is like one of my dad's favorite
You couldn't get the guy out.
Tony Gwynn is 100% one of the best contact hitters of all time.
That's
There's
right.
nothing I could make an argument
And he's faced legitimate power hitters. Power pitchers, power pitchers.
Listen to me. If I needed somebody to go up there in the ninth inning with 0 outs and bases loaded and needed 100% contact, I wouldn't choose anybody in the world besides Tony Gwynn.
Uh-huh.
But when you sit there and you put him down the list of greatest hitters of all time, where are you really going to put him?
I didn't say he was the greatest hitter of all time. I never said that.
Well, that's what me and Joey always argue. I tell Joey I don't even think he was top 20, top 30 because there's too many guys that do other things. But I think he's the greatest contact hitter. I said that. Him and Ichiro. I have no problem.
Do you know what his lifetime batting average is?
I bet you it's very high. I'm going to guess 330s, 320s.
I think it was 336.
That's
That's incredible.
No reason to
And
doubt
don't forget, he came up in 1984. You know what kind of pitchers we had back then in 1984 compared until he retired. What 2000 and I don't remember 2008. I think it was he retired, something like that. Oh, 2004. 2004. Do you know how many
Great
pitches? You
contact
know what kind of
anytime.
pitches you've seen? He's seen all kinds of power pitching.
And for him not to strike out during that time era, it is very impressive. But
Very, very
when you-
impressive.
like I always tell Joey, when you stand them up to the greats of all time, when you stand them up to the Pujols, the A-Rods, and all those
Well,
guys,
that's because
you can't really
A-Rod,
measure that.
that guy, steroids, forget about
I was
it.
gonna get you.
Steroids.
I was gonna get you going.
Steroids. These guys, Roger Clemens and A-Rod and Ramirez and Ortiz, let me tell you, if they were that good, why use steroids?
So you don't like Bonds?
No,
No.
my dad doesn't like Bonds.
No way.
Good Joe, because I hate Bonds too. At least me and him could agree on one thing. I can't stand Bonds.
Again, if these guys were so good, then why take the drug?
John, he was running around. I mean, he was running around with a needle hanging out of his neck. He was hitting home runs, and his steroid needle was coming out of his neck on his way to first base. Give me a break.
Yo, he was the greatest hitter I've ever seen. I don't care what you guys say.
Who, Bonds?
Bonds. Yo, Bonds was, I'm sorry. I understand he took steroids. That guy, you still got to hit the ball. That guy was
Yeah,
freaking.
hit the ball is one thing, but when he
Very
hits the ball
impressive.
and it always goes into the ocean,
All right.
To the ocean.
yeah,
Okay.
bullshit.
All right, yo, I'm gonna give you guys 3 players, right? I'm gonna give you 3 players, 2 different generations. You tell me which group of players you're gonna choose if you wanted to pick a team.
Go ahead.
If you're starting a team from scratch, all right? Bobby, I'm gonna start with you. Okay? You're gonna have Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, Ted Williams, Luis Ariz, Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout. Which group you picking?
I got to choose one of those 2 groups?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. You know I'm going with Ohtani and Trout. You know it, Joe. You know it, Joe.
Yo. All right, Dad, who you choosing? You got Luis Ariz, Shohei Ohtani, Mike Trout, and then the other group that you get to choose from is Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth, Ted Williams.
Hands down, Ty Cobb, Babe Ruth.
Oh.
Hands down.
Yo, why are you choosing that? Oh, shit.
Ted Williams,
Yo.
Ty Cobb, and who's the other one?
And Babe Ruth.
And Babe Ruth. Are you out of your mind? How can you not?
Well,
Listen.
Bobby's going with Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout.
Okay, so
Listen. If you're going straight up stats and you're going to disregard everything else, obviously you're choosing Ty Cobb and all them. But I think if you put everything into it, obviously I would choose the new guys. You know how I am.
Babe Ruth struck out a lot. Ty Cobb, I don't think he struck out
But
a
you're
lot.
not getting it. You're not getting it. It's not about the stats for Bobby.
Yeah.
It's about that he thinks the pitchers were trash. That's what it's about. It's not about
John,
the
you're going to kill
stats.
me. John, when I come see you guys, you're going to kill me. Don't worry. I know you are.
It's not. It's
I
not.
feel safe now because I'm on the phone. I have a distance. I have a distance. I can say
not-
what I want to say.
It's not about the stats for him. It's about that he thinks that the pitchers sucked back
They
then.
did not.
Like,
What about,
all right,
what about Doyle Alexander?
All right,
what about,
Dad.
wait. What about Cy Young? What about those guys?
I'm telling you right now, except for Cy Young, who was the other guy you said?
Doyle Alexander.
Bobby has no idea who that guy is. I have no idea who that is.
Listen,
Yo, who?
listen. Doyle Alexander sounds like it's before 1920 at the minimum.
Well, listen, they got the name Cy Young because the name Cy Young is because of a pitcher. He won like 500 games.
Yeah,
Won 500 games.
we all
Yeah.
know Cy Young. He had like 500 something wins.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. Wait, hold on. How the hell do you get 500 something wins? Like, how's that
Because
possible?
those guys back then,
No, I'm sorry. That
Joe,
sounds unrealistic.
back then they didn't have 5-man rotation. They probably
All right,
had
but listen,
3-man
listen,
rotation.
John, because John, you are 100% right, and I do say this to Joey, and I do agree. Back then, they were way more warrior. They took on way bigger burdens. They played injured.
Yo, some
they
guy
didn't care about pitch
Some
counts.
guy got electrocuted.
And that's why I choose those guys over today's players.
Some guy got
John,
electrocuted,
you are,
and then
you
he
are
came back and
100% right. You are 100% right in that regard. I would definitely take the soul and the warrior mindset of the older guys over the new guys any day of the week.
Yeah, exactly.
100%. 100%.
These guys, they crack a fingernail, they want to be up for a whole month.
It's true, man. It's true. These
very
guys
true.
don't
It's
have
very
that dog
true.
in them. They get paid too much.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
Can I throw out another name?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yo, Bobby, tell me your
to me.
feelings about a player that I'm going to mention right now.
Oh, boy.
All right, tell me your feelings. How do you? So I know where you.
Oh, boy.
All right, so, tell me your feelings about a player who he had a very popular. I think it was like a tobacco card in the Hall of Fame. His name is Honus Wagner.
God, I knew it was coming.
How do you feel about my guy, Honus Wagner?
I mean, what can I say? Good-looking guy. Definitely was pulling a lot of chicks. I mean, you got to be pulling chicks if you're smoking cigarettes and hitting home runs at the same time. But this is
Wait a minute.
This is what I need, John.
He was against smoking.
Oh, he was against it.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, John.
All right, but how do you feel about him?
Don't worry, we'll cut all that out. But
So now,
yeah, how do I feel?
yeah. So,
How do,
I'm pretty sure Honus Wagner started his career in like 1890 something. I think.
oh my God, why are you doing this to me, Joe?
Now,
Why are you
I
doing
don't know
this?
about 1800s, but
I think he started in like 1890
You have to
something.
look it up. I don't know.
I think maybe early 1900s, but he goes that far back. How you feel about
You're
him?
gonna make your dad want to kill me.
All right, tell me.
I can't compare it to today's game, Joe. I cannot compare baseball in 1912 to. Come on, John, you're with me in a sense. It is a whole different
All right.
ball game, man.
All right.
It's,
they put him on a package
All right.
of cigarettes.
All right, hold on.
That's why. Listen, that's the story with him. He was so popular. They put his.
Okay.
They had a baseball card. I wish I had one of his baseball cards. They put a baseball card in the back of a pack of
he
cigarettes.
started that, right? Because that's how you used to get baseball cards. When,
They want
back in the day.
The tobacco company. I don't know which one it was. Put a baseball card of his in every pack. He was so mad. He said, "These kids go out and buy cigarettes because my picture on it. I want these cards, my cards off those cigarettes."
Oh, that's why it was so valuable. Because they didn't
That's
make
why
that
that
many
card
of
was
them?
very, very valuable.
Okay, now I
So
understand.
whoever had those cards, if you got them, it's
makes
worth.
sense.
I don't know how much it's worth. It's
All right.
worth.
Oh my God, that Honus Wagner card, you could buy a continent if you
Yeah.
sell
Buy
that.
a lot of things with it. A lot.
All right, so let's just throw it out like with two players, right? Because Bobby does not like Jeff McNeil. Yo, if you had Jeff McNeil and Honus Wagner,
I'm not a big
standing
Jeff
in
McNeil.
front
I'm
of
not
you
a big-
today, right? Which one you choosing for your team?
Wagner.
Are you really?
Of course, Wagner's much money.
Taking Wagner over McNeil. Come on, Joe.
That was.
Come on,
I didn't
Joe.
think you were gonna go that route though.
We
I
gotta
mean,
draw a line here.
The
We gotta
reason,
draw a line
the
here.
reason why I didn't think you were gonna go that route, even though I know you don't like Jeff McNeil, is that you just felt like you just felt like guys were throwing underhand back then. At least McNeil hits the ball these days, and he
That's
batted
true.
300
There's
last year.
people that are throwing overhead. You're right. You are right.
So you'll go. Oh, so
I'm gonna get Bob Hans Wagner's numbers on.
so you'll get Luis Ariz. You'll take Luis Ariz over Wagner, right?
Yeah, then I think I'm leaning Arias. That's a contact
The guy
hitter
from the
right
Marlins, so
there.
take him over Honus Wagner.
8% strikeout
He's
rate,
good.
John. You can't beat that. He's striking out 8 times out of every 100 at bats.
That's why I love the Ty Cobbs and Tony Gwynn. Let me see. Now we're looking at Hans Wagner here. Oh, what's his average?
Honus Wagner, right there. Those are his averages.
Oh my God!
I'm with you. I'm on the page with you, John. I'm on the page.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
I'm on the
What year he
page.
started? Oh yeah, he just started in 1897. Okay. Yo, listen
Come on,
up.
John. We gotta do something about it.
Yo, listen up. I want you to listen. Listen to Hans Wagner.
Wait. What do you have to say about that 1897?
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah, what do you have to say about like?
I mean, come on. We're not gonna draw a line between a guy that was hitting before World War One and a guy that was hitting now. There has to be some kind of difference.
All right, listen up. All right, I'm gonna just give you the numbers
Yo.
every year. Okay, his first year, 335, 299, 341, 381, 353, 330, 355, 349, 363, 339, 350.
I can't argue the numbers, John.
Oh my God.
Argue the numbers, John.
Oh my God, that's incredible.
I could never argue the numbers. I would lose the argument every time if I just matched up the stats.
And that's the thing. He's not arguing the numbers. He's arguing another.
100%, John. I could never argue the stats.
So you're telling me, so the people he faced were throwing underhands. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying that they weren't throwing as hard as the guys now. They weren't.
Okay.
As good as the pitchers that come out now.
Today's pitchers, more or less, they're all in the 90s today. So how hard do you think they threw back then?
I'll say in 1910, nobody's getting it over like 85, 88. No shot. No shot, John.
I think Bobby is like pushing like 82 is like high for them. That's what Bobby pushes.
I don't know how hard they threw back, but they had some hard throwers back
I'm
there.
sure when Bob Gibson came and those guys, they were touching 95,
that was like,
98.
that was
when
like
when Ryan came and Seaver and all
those guys threw hard, right? Those guys
Come on, how hard are they throwing in 1913, John?
So
I don't know. I wasn't there. I have no idea.
Not only that, so how do you feel about this, Dad? How do you feel about this? So my boy Willie, who we talk to all the time in our chat, he cannot. He believes that you cannot say anybody before Jackie Robinson breaking the color barrier can be considered the best because they didn't play against the best because all the
that's bullshit.
All the baseball players of colored were not playing. Oh, damn.
That is not true. That is so wrong.
It's so wrong?
Yeah.
But, like, they didn't have guys...
So Babe Ruth never played with blacks either. So Luke Garrett never played with blacks either.
Well, yeah, so Willie would believe... if Willie was online right now, he'll be telling you straight, he believes Babe Ruth is nowhere compared to a lot of the greats.
Oh, my God, you guys...
I'm just...
John, you're going to catch a heart attack today if we keep on talking about this. You are.
I'm just telling you how it is about how some people feel. I want to see how your stance is on this. Now, Bobby Ray knows my stance. I believe that you can't take away their stats because of people might not have been as good back then, before the color barrier, because you always got to take into account of technology and things that improve with time as you get older, or not older, as the years pass by, technology improves. So if Babe Ruth played today, he probably would have been working out better. He would have had better workout regimen. He would have had these trainers that they have today. He would have been having more money to do with things to help him perform better. Who knows? He might have been part of the steroid era. He might have took steroids and been hitting like 900 home runs. You have no idea what would have happened today if Babe Ruth played today. So that's why I just go by the numbers. Because
Babe Ruth's steroid era, all he had to do was eat a hot dog and beer. He hit home runs. That's true.
You're kind of proving their point. That
That's
don't
true.
do that. Don't do that.
Let me ask you a question, John. Do you think like Mike Trout could kick it back in the dugout this season and eat 4 hot dogs a game and drink beers and hit?
No, no. Today, these days, they have to be all fit today in order to be on the field. Back then, these guys.
Oh my God, you're proving their point.
These guys back
it's a different time. It's a different time.
They were not in the best of tip-top shape.
That's what I'm saying. That
but
as over time, technology improves.
But a pitcher has to have his arm in shape to throw a ball for 9 innings. And back then, Bobby, they didn't pitch 4 innings, my man. They pitched 9 innings every time.
I agreed with you. Those guys were going off to wars. Joe DiMaggio fought in World War II, and then he came back and played baseball.
Exactly right.
I would never doubt the warrior mindset and the intangibles that those guys come with, 100%. But we both admitted it here. It was a whole different game. Like you said, people are more fit now. They break it down more to a science.
If the people are more fit now, why they all get more hurt these days than they do back then?
Because they're all idiots that want to throw 101 every single pitch, and there you go. There goes your elbow. Yep. They have no idea how to clock it back.
Well, it's not just the pitchers. I'm talking about everyday players too. They get hurt.
Here's where we get real.
Yeah, they do.
Here's where we get real. It didn't get real yet. Now's where it's gonna get real.
Go ahead.
All right, Bobby. Just because my dad is here, say how you feel and say who you believe you would take. Okay? Because you know how my dad feels about this guy. All right? You tell us all the time, so I'm going to tell you. Who were you taking if you had one guy to choose today? Both players are in their prime. Nobody's hurt. Both players are in their prime. Jacob deGrom or Tom Seaver?
DeGrom.
Why?
Yeah.
DeGrom is the greatest pitcher I've ever seen on a mound when healthy.
For 2 or 3
No,
years,
no, no,
yes.
no, 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 no. I said in their prime. You don't know what's going to happen
John,
after that.
John,
prime.
you're right.
No,
Seaver's
you're
prime
100% right.
The guy won 25 games. Seaver won 25 games
on
in his
Tom
prime.
Seaver way more. I would depend on Tom Seaver way more.
I'm talking about prime. I'm talking about
to
prime.
be my workhorse. Yes.
Yeah. If you have a prime guy, you don't know how their careers are going to unfold. You have DeGrom in his best years, Seaver in his best years. You're taking DeGrom, right?
DeGrom's the greatest pitcher I've ever seen healthy on a mound.
How do you feel about that, Dad?
To me, he had 2 or 3 phenomenal years. I mean, to the point where nobody could touch him. But he only did it for 2 or 3 years.
You're right.
Seaver did it for his entire career.
I tell Joe that all the time. That's one of the things that puts Garrett Cole above a lot of people. That he pitches 33 starts every single year. Every single year, Garrett Cole does it. Availability is the biggest thing.
All right, but Dad, who do you think is a better pitcher, Jacob deGrom or Tom Seaver?
Seaver. Oh, I'm talking about career-wise. Seaver.
Okay.
Career-wise, you can't touch. Look, they got a statue up there.
He didn't sound that mad about it, though.
There's DeGrom.
He doesn't want to kill me or anything. He doesn't sound that mad.
I guess. That's his boy. Seaver's his boy.
I know. I know.
Listen. I watched him from 1968 all the way to the day he retired. So I know I've seen what I saw out of him. He was great. Listen, let me tell you something. In 1985, when he was with the White Sox, he had to go for his 300 win.
Phil Rizzuto Day.
It was a Phil Rizzuto Day.
I've heard this so many times.
That's right. In Yankee Stadium, they had Tom Seaver pitching for his 300 victory. He was 40 years old. All right? You listen to me, Bobby?
I'm listening to every word.
He was 40 years old. From inning number 1 all the way to the 9th inning, he completed the game 4-1. Got his 300 victory. Yankee Stadium, it was a standing ovation.
There's probably a lot of
those guys are warriors. Those guys are warriors. They're legends. They are.
A standing ovation. The entire Yankee Stadium stood up when they got the final out against the Yankees. They all stood up for that one guy. Here in Yankee Stadium, not Shea Stadium, in Yankee Stadium. That I find, he was 40 years old. 40. Not like today. They come out in the 5th inning.
I would never question the warrior mind state. I would never do it. Never.
Okay. All right.
I tell Joey that all the time.
Yeah, no, definitely.
If DeGrom was healthy, and if he was going for his 300 win, he would never go 9 innings. Never.
He'll probably want to. It's just that the managers would never let him.
Never. He'll never go 9 innings. Never.
All right.
I knew Seaver would because.
All right, Dad. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the Hall of Fame because the Hall of Fame committee is gonna be voting on who's gonna be going into the Hall of Fame in 2024, and I want to talk a little bit about that. Who you think deserves to go in out of the people on the ballot? So if you had to choose, give me whoever you want. You can give me several names. You can give me 5 names, 6 names. I don't care. Just give me some people who you think deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. Who you think should go in?
Wait a minute. That's on the Hall of Fame ballot now?
Yeah.
Is this it?
Yeah, that's the Hall of Fame ballot. I gave him a little paper to show him who's on the ballot because you might forget some people. Who do you think deserves to go in?
Well, it was, Billy Wagner had a great career.
Wagner should be in the Hall of Fame, 100%. I agree. Enter Sandman should be in the Hall of Fame. Who else? Enter Sandman.
Yeah. All right. Enter Sandman. Yeah, Enter Sandman also. Right. That's right. Todd Helton was another great player.
I think Todd Helton deserves to go in.
I'm staying away from.
Are these the guys you think should go in?
I'm staying away from the stairway people.
So are these the guys you think should go in, though?
Yeah, Wagner. Well, let me see the other people. Hold on. Beltre had a great career.
He's definitely going in. He had over 3,000 hits.
How many hits?
Adrian Beltre, 3,000.
Yeah, 3,000?
Over 3,000, yeah.
Beltre should definitely be in there.
He's going in. We already know he's going in. What about Joe Mauer.
Mauer. I saw his name. It was Joe Mauer.
Joe Mauer had a stretch like 4, 5, 6 seasons where he was like top notch, best catcher in baseball.
He was very tough, right?
I don't know. A lot of people are saying that I'm crazy to think Joe Mauer deserves to go in. I don't know, man.
So
I think
Joe Mauer's career was 306. Is that his career?
Yeah. He was a high average hitter. Yo, some years I think he hit around 360, 370, something like that. 360, I think.
306 for career is pretty good.
Yeah, Joe Mauer was a great ball player. He was great.
Yeah, Mauer it should be up there. Let me see.
Some people think Joe Mauer is not going to go in, though. They think there's no chance for him because he wasn't.
3,000. A-Rod. Fucking A-Rod.
So you don't think A-Rod should go in?
Only if you didn't take the drugs. I don't believe that if you take drugs, you go in. Like, you cheated.
All right, so that leads me to my next point. You don't think that the steroid users should be in the Hall of Fame?
Why'd you take him? Why'd you take him? I know what you're saying. Yeah, you've got to hit the ball. Yeah, that's true. Then why take the drugs?
I think they should be in the Hall of Fame.
Not me. Not me.
How are you going to leave Barry Bonds out of the Hall of Fame?
He was that good, wasn't he? He was so good, right?
He was great.
Then why take the steroids?
I went to the Hall of Fame a few years ago. You see the records. Barry Bonds is on every
take
record.
the steroids?
He's on every record, but Barry Bonds is not on. Sorry, he's on everything. He's
Why
on
take the
everything.
steroids?
He's not. He does not have a plaque. Why does Barry Bonds not have a plaque?
Listen, I'm looking at David Wright. If you took steroids, don't you think it should have been better?
David, what?
Why didn't David Wright take steroids? Why didn't he?
He didn't.
How you know that? If he took steroids, he may have another 30, 40 home runs more.
He may have not gotten injured. Steroids sometimes helps you from getting injured.
Maybe. That's not
That's
guaranteed.
another discussion. That's another discussion. David Wright.
That's not
Stay tuned for
what
that
is
one.
guaranteed, I
Stay
know
tuned for that one. David Wright.
There is guaranteed fact that these guys who take steroids can't hit the ball a mile.
Okay.
All right, look at McGuire, Sammy Sosa, all those guys.
All right. Let's talk about the steroid users. Okay? I think they deserve to go in. Sorry. I think steroid users deserve to go in the Hall of Fame.
I don't.
They deserve to go into the Hall of Fame. I'm sorry. Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame. When I go to the Hall of Fame, I bring my kids to the Hall of Fame. They look at the records. Oh, Daddy, look at Barry Bonds. He's on the top of every list. The top of the home run list. Top of the walks list. Top of this. Top of that. Top of RBIs, runs, whatever. Barry Bonds is at the top of almost everything. Okay?
He's also on top of the taking steroids, too.
Yes, he is. Then my kids are going to ask, where's his plaque? I'm going to be like, son, I'm sorry, he's not in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
He's the best. These guys were the best players.
Yeah,
they should go. They should go into the Hall of Fame.
But they did something they never should have done.
I agree. But they should go into the Hall of Fame. They should go into the Hall of Fame. Put like an asterisk. You know how they have the writing at the bottom of the Hall of Fame? You write, he was a part of the steroid era. He took steroids. However, his stats are this and that and that. And he's one of the best players to ever play the game.
Here's an example. All right? It may not be baseball, but a little example. You're in college. And you got this huge, huge test. You're a smart guy. You're a super smart guy. You are another super smart guy. But as the test went on, he had a way of cheating, that guy. He was smart, but he cheated. He had great score. Great score. But if he was so smart, why did he have to cheat? To make his grades much higher. But you did it on your own with a less score. Instead of getting 99 or 98, you got 89 or 90. But he got 99, 98, but he cheated. That's how I feel the same thing with steroid users.
You're really going to compare that? You're going to compare that?
They cheated. Yeah, I compare. Yeah. They cheated.
In the 90s, everybody was doing steroids. It's sad to say, everyone was doing it. It was available everywhere. They were supplying it. Some people even knew that it was illegal in baseball. Everyone was taking it. People were coming up. There was like dealers coming up saying, Take this. It's going to stop you from getting injured. It might help you perform better. People didn't know better, so people were taking it.
Not everybody was taking it. No, not everybody in the 90s was taking
Look,
it.
man.
Not everybody.
I hate, with a passion, Roger Clemens.
Him too.
You know how much I hate Roger Clemens?
I can't stand
And
him.
I still think he deserves to go into the Hall of Fame.
Nope. He should
I feel.
have. He should be in, but he admitted it. First he lied, then he admitted it. That's like A-Rod. I did take it.
All right. Anyways, I believe that Helton should be in. I believe Billy Wagner should be in. Obviously, Adrian Beltre is going to go in over 3,000 hits.
Yeah, he should be up.
And I'm sorry, this may be biased, but I think my boy David Wright should get consideration.
Well, we'll find out.
I think David Wright should get consideration. Unfortunately, he ain't going to get any consideration. I have a very, very strong feeling David Wright's going to get such a low percentage that he's going to be off the ballot next year.
Well,
and I think he should get some consideration. I'm
We'll
sorry.
find out.
Sorry if nobody believes this. I could be biased. David Wright was one of my favorite ball players of all time. That dude was incredible. Okay, David Wright was an awesome ball player. He got robbed of that MVP in 2007. In those years, he was one of the best third basemen every single year, day in, day out, all the way from 2004 all the way to 2012. One of the best ball players every single year, day in, day out, third baseman. He was one of the best. He was one of the best third basemen. All right?
Mike Schmidt would blow circles around him. Mike Schmidt was the greatest. One of the greatest third basemen.
Fielding,
hitting.
Over David Wright?
More home runs.
Crazy.
A lot more home runs.
That's intense.
A lot more home runs.
Okay. All right. Maybe some people agree or
So,
disagree.
I mean, yeah.
I've never seen Mike Schmidt play, to
I
be
did
honest.
see him, but
I
he
was
was
too
a
young.
dangerous hitter.
All right. So let's play a little game.
Go ahead.
Okay? A little game.
Shoot.
I'm going to give you 3 boxes.
Go ahead.
Okay? I played this game once with my brother. Now I'm going to play it with my father.
Go ahead.
3 boxes.
Yeah.
A, B, and C. You're going to tell me which ones you're going to take from box A, B, C in order. So you're going to take this person 1, this person 2, this person 3. Okay. Box 1. 5,816 at bats. 1,588 hits. 38 home runs. 563 RBIs. 149 stolen bases. 273 average. 351 on base percentage. 355 slugging. And 706 OPS. That is box 1. Box 2, 7,755 at bats, 2,016 hits, 138 home runs, 853 RBIs, 27 stolen bases, 260 average, 299 on base percentage, 367 slugging, and a 667 OPS. And then box 3, 5,998 at bats, 1,777 hits, 242 home runs, 970 RBIs, 196 stolen bases, 296 career average, 376 on base percentage, 491 slugging, and 867 OPS. Which boxes are you taking? 1, 2, and 3. Who's your best? Who's your second best, and who's your least best?
Box number 3 has everything beat from box 1 and 2, other than the hits. But everything else, he's got him way beat. So I'm gonna have to go with box 3.
Oh, box 3, number 1. Number 1, box 3. That's your
Number
pick?
1, yeah.
Ooh, who you go with second and third? I like that pick. Who you go with second and third?
577, 580.
Got to come up with something.
I'm gonna go with I'm gonna do it backwards. 3, 2, and 1.
Beautiful. Okay, you're gonna go with 3, 2, and 1. You want to hear the names?
Good.
Okay, box 1 and box 2 are Hall of Famers. Box 3
Who is David Wright?
is not a Hall of Famer yet. I think he should get some consideration, but he ain't a Hall of Famer yet.
Who?
My boy David Wright is number 3.
Okay.
All right.
So
Number 2. is Bill Mazeroski. Box 1 is the night that they had when Tom Seaver threw his 300 game, Phil Rizzuto. Both Phil Rizzuto and Bill Mazeroski are in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, but then if that's the case, then they should go in. But unfortunately,
David Wright.
David Wright is going to go in with the likes of Beltry.
Beltran.
He's not going to win.
No, doesn't matter. Several people could go in.
2, 3, that's about it.
All right, but even if he doesn't make it this year, at least give him consideration to go on to previous years.
All right.
I'm worried David Wright's not going to have enough votes to go to the next round.
Well, that's the thing.
But I'm sorry, I don't think that is right. Look at the stats. First of all, Phil Rizzuto and Bill Mazeroski are in the Hall of Fame. Look at these numbers. The numbers are nowhere.
Well, someone has to point that out to them.
David Wright has way better numbers than both these guys.
Yeah.
Why are they going to the Hall of Fame?
I don't know.
Why are they going to the Hall of Fame? Why are they in it? And he's not.
You have to ask the person who put him in.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he should be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He got injured. His career got in short because of the injury, because of the back injury, spinal stenosis, whatever.
Yep.
His career was cut short,
Yep.
Unfortunately. In my opinion, it wasn't cut short, automatic Hall of Famer. But give him consideration to keep going on. Give him enough votes to keep going on in, years to come. Maybe he'll one day make it. Because again, I'm not saying, even Piazza, in my opinion, which was crazy, was not a first ballot Hall of Famer. But if...
It don't matter. He's in.
Yeah, he's in now. Thank God. It's crazy how it's this long. But the fact that David Wright was not, a lot of people are saying that he is definitely not making it and he might not have consideration to go on is crazy to me.
All right.
All right, guys. So that about wraps it up. Thank you guys for listening. All right. Thank you to my dad for being here and joining the show. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Have a great day, guys. Watch some Ravens football because the Ravens are going on right now.
Take care.
And have a good one, guys. Take care. Peace.